Have you ever been working on a project where there's just way too much trash? Well, I have. My dog loves to eat out of my trash can, and I'm always accidentally kicking it by mistake. Now, what if there was a way to have your trash be more accessible, away from your pets, and out of range of your wild flinging feet? There is now. Well, there already was, but I was bored. So I designed a little ring thing that clamps to your desk and holds a small trash bag. It hangs on the side so you don't have to take up too much space, but getting the design right took me longer than I would like to admit. I don't know what I'm doing. Since I already had the outer ring done, I tried to print the pin that holds the clamp and the grippy twisty thingy, but the first one, it sucked. So I made another one with a higher infill and attached it to the ring with super glue. That's what I used. I waited 2.5 hours for this to dry, by the way, because I added way too much, and then I accidentally broke the top half of the pin once it was dried, so it's trash. I decided to try and print another pin, and my printer had an explosion 3 minutes in. So now that I had to reprint the outer ring, and I prayed I had enough filament, I did not have enough filament. So I waited 4 days for new rolls to come in, and after I loaded the new filament, I tried to make a time lapse of the print, but my phone somehow got caught in the printer and caused it to mess up calibration. But after an hour, the new pin was ready to be sacrificed to the trash can god. Now that I had a pin, I was ready to print the grippy twisty thingy and the clamp that kept this whole contraption on my desk. The thread in the first grippy thingy was way too small, so I used my eyes, and only my eyes, nothing else, to measure the diameter of the top pin, which was 19.78 millimeters. Then I used my eyes again to measure the diameter of the inner thread of the grippy twisty thingy, 17.31 millimeters. I printed like 10 more test grippy thingies, tried the first one, and stuck. The second one, though, also garbage. The third one snapped the pin. The fourth one I thought would work if I just kept trying to force it, because it was kind of moving, but then it broke the top part of the freaking pin. So that's more trash. The fifth one, I used force again, but the sixth one was way too small, so that's gone too. If this last one doesn't work, I'm gonna flick the good luck dog. Once the new part was ready to be sacrificed to the trash can god, I grabbed it off the printer and waited for it to work. This one final test determines everything, but we both know how the story goes. Trash. So I realized I could just do tiny models and see if that worked, so that's what I did. I can't believe I didn't realize this sooner. The first tiny model didn't work, and I hate this. The second one actually worked. It worked, finally, after like 9 tests, or 12, or I don't know, I lost track. I was so happy that I peed myself. But before I could show you guys, I broke the mainframe. That led to a new problem, because even though the grippy twisty thingy worked, the pin was too weak to support the weight of my body. So here it is without a trash bag. It looks pretty cool, and with a trash bag it also looks cool. And the garbage eating monster is in the background, and I can feel that he's about to attack my precious garbage. So I move it all to the better trash can, which is my desktop one. I was trying to get a good video of it for a post or whatever, then I dropped my phone in the bag. It broke again. It can't hold a phone. A phone! So I had my friend come over, and he had this idea he was talking about to remodel the ring and pin so that there's more support on the area that receives the most pressure. He was yapping for a long time, so I'll tell you guys a basic overview. Basically, there are these triangles that slide into the pin, which in theory should provide more support. So after I disintegrated him, I found a little blueprint that he left behind. and I saw that he wanted to add a coaster to it, so I added a smiley face for no reason. And then I just told him that it was like way too expensive filament wise, and that I'm a huge cheapskate. But I tested his new remodel, and that was the second time my printer exploded. So I realized if I 3D print the pin with 100% infill, then it works really well. It's incredibly strong. So if you have a 3D printer and you want to try my second model for me, I put the files on Thingiverse for free, but donations help. And of course, if you don't have a printer, you can buy this on my Etsy shop for $6, and that's it. So I'm actually losing money, but it's okay. I don't care.